My name is Tammy Levent, and I'm the founder and owner of Elite Travel Management Group. It's been a travel agency established and around for 30 years. I'm also the founder of an education program called Task, and I train travel consultants all over the world. I've been doing that for 15 years. I also have a charity, and I also invented something over COVID. I was actually I think I was in a good place with AI and learning AI. I've been doing it, probably learning more in the last 2 years. I've taken other classes, I've taken other courses. My problem is learning all of these plugins and the GPTs and learning shortcuts and to make my life easier. I feel like I learned some prompts and I learned up to a point, but I needed to go one step further. And what connected me with Kane and Alessia is because my partner, Kevin Harrington, is also someone who endorses their product. And I'm very much pro Kevin and whatever he endorses. Of course, I listen. And I'm very happy that I did. It's, taken me to another level in just a matter of 4 classes, 4. 2 of them are really classes and 2 of them are Q&A. I've been able to transform exactly what I was doing before to something completely different and new and a lot easier. And I have a process of the way I do it, which we could talk about. But I've also been able to do a complete handout for one of my speaking events. Literally, I had it produced, proofread, taken everything into consideration probably within an hour, which, of course, if I was to handwrite, that would take me weeks to do. So, what I have done is I've noticed that when Kane actually teaches this program to us, he's going from one step to another to another. So if we're talking and we're creating an email, and then from an email we could do a maybe a sales pitch strategy, and from that we could do an advertisement, and then from that we can keep going on and doing a book and doing whatever it is that you want to do. I've been able to create that now instead of starting over. So I have learned to do that and adapt that. But there's one strategy that I do that I've never been able to do before, and that is when Kane starts talking, I sit on a computer and I have my iPad and I let him chat on the iPad. I go back to reviewing what I just learned and I'll do pause, stop, rewind probably 1,000 times so that 1 hour that he's spending of time or 1.5 hours, I'm actually dissecting into 4 hours, but I'm learning and doing it hands on. So as he's saying, right now I'm with Claude, and this is what I put in, I do the same thing. I'll go on with Claude and I'll put in my own content to see what comes out. And I do this every single time with everything that I've learned with him. It makes life a lot easier. Trust me, it's a much easier process and you're able to understand it better. So, I'm taking his classes though he was in front of me as an educator in a classroom. I think my breakthrough moment was actually yesterday using Claude, and I was like, "Whoa, holy crap." Didn't wanna say another word, but I was like, "Wow, this is like magic." So that was one breakthrough because my problem is I just stuck to ChatGPT, and I think what changed with me is learning to use other styles and other programs. I also tried a humanizer GPT, and that worked well for me. So that's one thing that I definitely learned. One thing that I love about their style of training, and I've only had the opportunity to work with Kane, but I would say is the fact that it's real. I like real people. I like things that are real. He makes mistakes. He'll curse. He'll be on point. He'll yell at himself, like, "What are you doing? That's not what I want." He'll make mistakes and typos. I think that is what is attracting to me more so than anything else, because there's a lot of people in this world that are not real anymore. Hell, AI isn't even real any and we're working with it. So I think that is one of the reasons that I really enjoy the program, and I wanna continue with it, and maybe eventually meet him in Sardinia since I'll be there at the same exact time. I definitely know is I've already written my entire website on AI, the entire website. 780 pages were written by me on AI. It took me about 3 months to finalize, and now that we're going from SEO to AEO, I know that I'm way ahead of some people, but what I'm going to do is humanize the entire website. So that's gonna be my next project, but I'm going to learn a little bit more from this program, and then I'm going to go ahead and apply what I've learned. I don't wanna do it yet and then have to redo anything. So I wanna learn the right way. I would say that is my next project coming on. And my word of advice for those out there, one thing that I noticed in success, in order for you to be a successful entrepreneur, successful in your workplace, in your environment, and whatever you're doing every day, is learning. If you don't learn, you don't get ahead in life. I mean, and I'm gonna tell you my age. I'm 63. I don't look 63. I don't act 63. And most people at my age are thinking about retiring, and I'm already thinking the next level of what can I learn next. So the way that Kane and Alicia have taught me thus far is how to apply. That is the key. When you take a class, you could listen to somebody, but then the application is so much more difficult that you're not able to apply yourself. And it gets very frustrating. And then you don't want to do it. With what I've learned is my tactic and the way that I do things is that they've taught me that everything can be applied and you can learn in such a short period of time. So make that small investment. It's not a lot of money. If you're looking at it, you're looking at less than $2 a day. We spend more than that on a cup of coffee a day. It's way less than that. And be able to apply yourself and learn properly. And they're there for you. They have great support team. Go for it.